Yeah. What the fuck is going on? Desktop body. What in the fuck?
They want to go someplace where there are people that are like them. They want to go someplace where they are in the majority. It is not desirable to be a majority, especially in a democracy, because in a democracy, the majority rules. So we have put ourselves in the minority, which is not a desirable position culturally and socially. But in a democracy, we have put ourselves in the back seat of our own car. We are no longer even in the driver's seat of our own civilization. By becoming a minority, we are now outvoted by people that have nothing in common with us. People that got here within the last generation or two.
Froze up like a bitch.
And it's changing everything. It's changing everything about our civilization. Whereas we used to look at the age of exploration and Christendom and the Roman Empire and the founding of our country as a good thing.
Yeah.
Now we look at it as a bad thing.
We should
look
be
at our
ashamed.
own ancestors and our own story and the
What
creation
bad
of our own
people.
countries where we came from with remorse and guilt and shame to accommodate and cater to these people,
Lesser people
that came here. And our kids,
What did what's his
I
name
don't
say
have
in Lord
kids,
of
but
Rings?
if I do, they're going to go to a school. Think about how fucking sick this is.
Sired,
Your
greater
kids
sires of
are
lesser
gonna be
men
in
or something like
kindergarten,
that.
and 90% of the classmates are going to be non-white.
Is it Theoden?
And the teacher's going to be non-white. You're going to have one or two white faces.
I remember I had two
in a
black
kindergarten
teachers in
class
elementary school.
in Minnesota, full of
Out of like
Somalians in
40
hijabs.
teachers, there was two.
That's your country. You're going to send them to school in Chicago,
maybe
and they're
three.
all going to be Hispanics. And they're not going to look like me. They're going to be speaking Spanish,
They're
brown,
not gonna look
black
like
hair,
me.
black eyes. They're going to say the pledge in Spanish if they even stand up at all. You're going to have one Polish face and one white kid.
That's fucked.
And in Washington State, it's going to be all Indians, all Indian classmates.
Okay.
And they're going to
That's
celebrate
kinda
Indian
Indian.
holidays and maybe one or two white faces.
This
is reverse
They
colonization.
do some weird idolatry
We are
shit.
now being colonized by the indigenous people of every other place.
Yeah.
And they're taking up space, and then they are defining the culture in the neighborhoods or places where they reside. And if a white person gets up and says, wait a second, what the fuck are we doing? This is not desirable objectively. These people come here because the country was white. That's why they came here. White people built it. It's full of white people.
That's why
they came here. And if there's more of them than there are white people, it won't be like that anymore. It won't even be desirable for them to move here.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not
Why
desirable
are these
anymore, and
people
they've worked their
coming here? It's
magic when
because
they
this
quit coming.
was a rich, orderly, prosperous, decent, beautiful place. Well,
Beautiful.
they're leaving their piece of shit country to come here for that reason. But the more of them there are and the less of us, the more it will resemble the place from which they came. Objectively, it is
They'd be
not
like, ha ha,
desirable,
you live in a
but it's also
shithole now
not
too.
desirable for us. This is against our own interests as white people. I'm white, you're white, or maybe you're not. But if you are white, this is against your interest to be outnumbered, outvoted by people that aren't familiar,
Damn
that
right
have
it
nothing
is.
in common with you, that aren't like you. Why are we doing this? And why is it that in the country you can reproduce China in San Francisco, you can reproduce Somalia in Minnesota, you can reproduce Venezuela in every city apparently. But if white people want to have fucking America in America, that is white supremacy. In other words, if I want to go to a town with white people where they actually eat apple pie and play fucking baseball, that's a white supremacist act.
That's fucking
You can
ridiculous,
have
man.
little Haiti,
This is a
little
white
Cuba,
fucking country.
little Somalia,
I'm not gonna
little
apologize for it.
Nigeria,
Go fuck
little
yourself.
Middle East. You can have all that, but you can't have America in America. You can't have a place where white people are white people. You can't have a place where there even are white people. You can't be proud of it. You can't want to be a part of it. You can't stick up for your own ethnic identity. You're a white supremacist now. You have a community of Somalians in Minneapolis. They're concentrated. It's a fucking ethno-state. They're all in one neighborhood. It's homogeneous Somalian. They're taking over the city council. They want to run for mayor.
And they're laughing
They
in our
elect a
faces while they do it
representative,
too.
and she goes before them and in their native tongue says, I represent Somalia. As long as I'm in Congress, Somalia will never be defeated. That's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
And that's perfectly acceptable.
But me saying, yeah, I want to play kickball, or I want my
And
kids
the
to play
Jews
kickball
can
with
do
other
the
white
same
kids.
thing. A Jew can get up and say, we need to fight for Israel, and the Jews need to stand up for themselves.
We need to make
If a
white
person
people
gets up and
smaller
says, hey,
percentage. They
we
can say that
fucking
too.
built this country. Whites founded this country. We're sticking up for whites in America.
Fucking A.
Oh, you're a white supremacist now. You're
No,
so
not.
full of hatred. You're a wicked person, and you deserve to die. You're a Nazi, so people should
Those
kill
days
you.
are
People
over.
should punch you, and you're the scum
Go
of the
fuck
earth.
themselves.
Really? And by the way, consider the source. Who wrote the resolution? Chuck Schumer, a Jew.
A Jew, not even a fucking
Chuck
white
Schumer
person,
wrote
gonna
the
get up and
resolution.
say that. Like, bro, that's like
Now, what
somebody
does
from
Chuck
another
Schumer
country
have to say
doing that.
about the Jewish supremacy in Israel?
Like, fuck you, man.
Is Israel a super diverse
You're gonna
country,
tell
or
white
are they
people they're the
ethnically
biggest
cleansed?
danger?
Is Israel a super liberal country, or are they committing a genocide? Do they have a fascist leader taking over the judiciary? What does he got to say about that?
Nothing.
What does he have to say about Jewish supremacy, Jewish chauvinism, Jewish nationalism?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. This is what I'm talking about. Consider the source. Tune these people out. These people fucking hate you.
I do.
Okay? Chuck Schumer, a liberal Jew.
If we don't go along
do you
with
think
them,
he wants America to stay white? No. And that would be better for us. He doesn't want what's best for us.
No.
He wants America to be diverse because that's better for Jews.
mm-hmm.
If America is diverse and tolerant and multiracial,
They can
then
get all the
Jews
masses
feel
to go
safer
along with them.
because they don't stick out as much. If the country is all white with some Jews, they stick out like a sore thumb.
And
If it's
they're
all
only
Christians
2% or
with some Jews,
1%,
stick out like
but
a
they can
sore
sway
thumb.
that other
But if
45%
the country is a
to
mosaic
go along with them.
of
They'll
all
Pied
different types
Piper.
of people, well, they blend in. They're just like every other group that's here. It's better for them. And shame is their weapon. Guilt is their weapon. Everybody else is proud. We're ashamed. I'm black and proud. I'm Jewish and proud. I'm Mexican and proud. I'm Asian and proud.
Don't
But
you
you're
dare say
white
it.
and you need to be ashamed. I'm black and I'm proud. I'm beautiful. We invented everything. We're the greatest. Good for you. Attaboy. But you're white. You're evil. You're a piece of shit. Fuck you. You're Hitler. You're a white supremacist. And that is being weaponized against us so that we accept this. But that's not going to work anymore.
No.
Because things are materially getting worse for white people. So I don't feel guilty when I'm losing, actually. Why would I
Exactly.
feel bad? Why would I feel
It's
guilty
one thing when we're all
you
fat
hate
and
me?
happy and
You're taking things from
pockets
me.
are fat.
You're making my life worse. You're making society worse. You're destroying my heritage, my civilization, what it means
Get
to
us
be
to run
me.
off and fight
And I'm gonna
wars
let
and
you
shit.
make me feel bad about myself? Why would I do that?
Yeah.
So my message to Chuck Schumer, fuck you. You should be grateful. But the thing is, they're never going to be grateful.
No.
They have to be fought. They have to actually be put in their place. I saw Roseanne Barr.
Man,
Barr said,
I just saw her.
He's honest, he's begging
Yep.
the Jews. Roseanne Barr,
Your
you
little
need to be put
fucking
in
ass.
your fucking place. Okay? You're a
I'm
guest
my
here.
rich Jewish fat ass. Fuck
You're
you.
a guest here. This isn't a Jewish country. This is a Christian country.
What a bitch.
This country was not founded by Jews. Jews didn't write the Constitution. Jews
she was
didn't write the
talking shit about the
Declaration.
Constitution,
Jews
saying
didn't
he
fight in
wanted
the
to
American
destroy some
Revolutionary War. Europeans did. Christians did. Christians did. You're a guest. You need to be put in your place. You disgusting fat bitch. No
She's
one is going
ugly
to
as
be
fuck.
begging Jews for anything because Americans would rather die on their feet than live on their knees.
She needs her
begging
son
anybody.
to sit there and
She
put the
goes,
words
you're
in her
messing with the
mouth.
God of Abraham. You're messing with God. His name is Jesus Christ. That's who you're messing with. She goes, you're messing with the God of Abraham.
Yep.
You're messing with Yahweh.
While her son's feeding her the
God's name
line,
is
she
Jesus
like,
Christ.
stick,
Actually,
and
that's
then he
the God of this nation.
finishes her
That's the God
sentence
of your
for her.
nation. That's your king too. As a matter of fact, he's especially your
He's
king.
an
He's the king of you
old
people. He's
one.
the king of the Jews. Christ is king over everybody, especially Roseanne Barr, and that's who you're messing with. She goes, he's messing with the God of Abraham. We're like Daniel. We can predict the future. We know everything. It isn't right. And everybody can see what they're doing. All it takes is one person that isn't ashamed. That's why they hate me. Because you can't guilt me. You can't shame me. I'm shameless. I'm guiltless.
That is why they hate him.
They go, you're racist.
They
You're
can't get him to
racist,
go
you're
away
Holocaust
in
guy."
shame.
Yeah. You said Hitler's cool. Yeah, he is cool. Fuck you.
Everything they
At
throw
least
at him.
Hitler isn't replacing me in my own country. That's the difference. I know that Hitler killed Jewish people.
But he's dead.
Jewish people are counting down the days until white people are a minority in their own countries. They're wishing for Europeans to be genocided. So think of that. Think of that. Why are we supposed to hate Hitler? Because Hitler genocided the Jews. That's a good reason, actually. Genocide is wrong. But the Jews, they don't care that we are being genocided. So think of that. We're supposed to be guilty and ashamed, and we need to hang our head in shame.
And stop breeding.
Because of the
That's
genocide
what it
of the
is.
Jews. Meanwhile, the Jews are cheering in the stands for our
Cowing us
genocide
into
right now. That is what is happening.
Self-extinction.
In a century, do you know that there will be no Germany, no Italy, no France, no Netherlands, no Belgium, no Spain, no Portugal, no England, no Sweden, no Ireland, no Canada, no Australia, no America? None of it. Gone. All of it.
It's insane.
Everything about it.
Fucking insane.
You do understand that, don't you? Replaced by Africans, Asians, Amerindians, Arabs, replaced in our own lands. And they have a front row seat, and they are cheering it on. They say it. Ben Shapiro said, I don't give a damn about the browning of
They're gonna
America.
care.
What do you think
They're
that
gonna
looks like? The browning of America.
They can say all that all they want. We're not going to go quietly into that good night.
Everything
It's just
you
not
love
fucking
about
happening.
America. Tom Cruise and Frank Sinatra and George Washington.
I'm not.
Abraham Lincoln. You know, those are all white people. Walt
Sheep of the
Whitman, Mark
shambles. No,
Twain.
sir.
These are white people. And in a century, there's not going to be any more. Because what will happen is that
The
non-whites will
Jewish,
outnumber us.
Israel,
We'll
they had
elect
a net
representatives that
negative
care about
immigration last
their
year.
tribe
They
and
lost
concerns.
people.
We will be outnumbered and outvoted. We will be disempowered. And then, like in South Africa, we will be a beleaguered minority, existing in pockets, subjected to the will of the state.
No, I think we
And they are
would
cheering
corner
it
off
on.
into
Ben
it. We
Shapiro
would
says,
say
"I
you
don't
stay
give a
over on
damn
that side.
about the browning
We would
of
just
America." You want to
secede.
know why? Because when America falls, he's going to go home.
We would take a
to
chunk
Israel.
and just leave the rest. If we
He's
could
gonna
hold the whole
their ocean.
country, we
The
would just
IDF
hold
is
the
going to send a
portion.
helicopter to Surfside like they did when that condo collapsed. They're going to pick him up and they're going to bring him home to Israel.
I'm not living.
Where are we
We're
gonna
not
go?
living in a minority as a
Where's
minority.
our home? Where's our homeland where we can be white and we can be Christian like Israel is for them, where they can be Jewish?
If we
Where
can't
are
have
we
our
gonna
own
go?
home, we have to
When
have our own
Europe is
homeland.
brown, when Europe is brown,
And if we're going to be a minority in
when
this
the
one,
whole
then we're just going to
world
have to
is
split
brown, where are we
off
gonna go
and
home
have our
to?
own.
We're a persecuted
Because there is
minority.
no other place for us
What
to go.
country is going to help us have
Doesn't
a right
exist,
to
Nick.
exist? Do fucking white people have a right to exist? Israel has a right
If
to
we say
exist.
so,
But I
yeah.
guess white Americans don't, and Germany doesn't, and France doesn't, and Italy doesn't. These nations exist to give Israel money. These nations exist to give welfare to Africans and Arabs and other non-white people, I guess.
Yeah. And get fleeced by fucking Somalians.
That's the bottom line.
Dude.
And that's why people like the show. Not because the housing market's bad, not because the economy sucks, not because people are mad about a bunch of other stuff. It's because of this.
He's right,
It's
too.
because our home, our civilization,
It's being given away.
our ancestors, our
Our
heritage
birthright.
is being blotted out. It's going away. We got in at the end of it. We are the last of our
Yeah.
species. That is what they would like for us.
I'm right.
And it's not normal. Normally, if that were happening, you would fight like a caged animal. You would fight because your back is against the wall. You
Things are
would
good
lash
until
out in
okay right now.
desperation,
Boomers
but they
are
are
fat and happy.
programming us with shame and self-hatred and guilt so that we don't do that, so that we literally will our own destruction.
No, we just wilt.
You should be ashamed. You should be guilty. You should hate yourself. And if you hate yourself, you will yourself out of existence. They say these things like, oh, you're against immigration. Well, how do you think the Native Americans felt about the American colonists arriving?
I don't give a fuck.
What's implied? What is implied is that we should allow ourselves to be
we should just
genocided as
relinquish
our
the
just
country.
desserts. In the way
Fuck
that
you.
the Indians don't exist anymore here,
Yeah,
in the
because
way
they
that
don't.
they are
They did
herded
when
on
I
the
was a kid. They
reservations
don't
and their
anymore.
civilization was decimated. We should accept the same thing happening to us by immigrants because we did such a mask-off moment. She goes, America will get what it deserves.
I
America
saw it just
will
before
fall.
I fucking started this.
You'll be on your knees begging. Us. You're messing with our God. That's what Jews think.
They do.
That's what Jews like Roseanne Barr are saying out loud.
They call you goyim to your face.
And no one's condemning that. No one's got anything to say about that. They say it openly because they know they could get away with it. And that's what it is. That's how they feel about us. And we're going to feel guilty now? Oh, you're right. I'm sorry about your grandma or whatever.
Fuck them.
And I'm getting condemned by the Senate for saying this stuff, condemned by the U.S. Senate. I'm right. The country's a joke. Look at what's going on with like the black people. Really? Everybody knows that's one of those things that's like so obvious. You look at this city in Chicago, you have all these young black men running around, screaming, shooting guns, mugging people. On Christmas, it's like the Christmas parade. They're lighting up the tree. And as always, you got 300 young black kids running around with their pants around their waist, shooting each other. And we got to pretend like we don't know what that is.
It's fucking dysfunction.
We got to say, oh, well, you know, that's systemic racism did that and they need more research. It's like this is what they're inflicting on the country. Same thing with immigration. These Indians come in, they get into one of these companies, and then they start
get their family.
shuffling all their fellow cast members, their clan, into the company until the whole
all
company's Indian.
the Patels. The Patels.
Very clannish. Only care about them or about their own people.
They have a saying that says, other
And you
people's
see the memes
tears
about
are
them.
just water.
These H-1B applicants that we desperately need, they don't even do real work.
They can't wait to get our asses out of
Like,
here.
why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we allowing this? And then you see the Jews with Israel. The Jews and how they love Israel, and we need to go to war with Iran, and Tucker's a problem. And we all have to play dumb, like we don't know what's going on with that because of political correctness. And I don't care if you're conservative or liberal. I don't care at this point if you're Christian or secular, man or woman, young or old. White people as Americans got to step up and say, we got to take the country back.
We don't want to give it up.
Not as white people saying, hey, the white man's taking the country back. You know how that sounds. But white people need to step up and say, no, we're not going to kill America. We're not going to commit suicide as a nation. We're not going to commit suicide as a civilization. Out of shame and guilt.
Go to the moon and then just fucking wither away and die.
Here's Morgan. Like, he's the prototype for this. Cucked by his wife. Cucked by his gold-digging whore of a wife. She's out there talking about Mr. Suds. That's who's the advocate for this stuff. Oh, you're a dinosaur, aren't you? And, oh, you're a bloody racist. Yeah, and your wife is talking about Mr. Suds, you fucking loser.
Seriously.
So who's listening to you? That's what they're doing to our country. And I get condemned for it. And they're trying to get me killed with this kind of stuff. You realize
they
that.
are.
Everybody acknowledges that people are shooting at Trump and people are shooting at Charlie Kirk because they're getting called Nazis.
They don't
What do you
say
think this is
anything. They're
about?
happy
When
about
Piers
it.
Morgan says my father's name, what do you think that's about? What do you think this is about? They're trying to get me killed. And they're trying to get me killed because they cannot shame me. They cannot
You won't go down
me,
like everybody else did
me,
before
they can't
him.
trick me. They tried to interrogate me. They tried to co-opt me. They tried everything, and I keep the message. I'm post-cancellation. They did cancel me. I survived it. It didn't work. So now they're literally trying to get me killed. For telling the truth. That's what it is. It's not white supremacy. It's not hatred. This is common sense. This is called taking our own side. This is, I don't want to commit suicide.
I want to have
I don't want my civilization to commit suicide. I actually want Europe to exist. I want America to exist. America has a right to exist.
It's a good place with good people.
Europe has a right to exist, and it's not negotiable. We have a right to defend ourselves. And honestly, we should emulate that language. When they say you're a white supremacist, we have a right to defend ourselves. You're a white supremacist. You're a Holocaust denier. I have a right to exist. I have a right to defend myself. You don't get to tell me my own story. You don't get to shame me.
Fucking A. Fucking A, man.
You are furthering a genocide against my people.
Fuck
when you
yeah.
call me a white supremacist, when you call me a Holocaust denier,
you put a target on me.
You are perpetuating a genocide against my race. And we have a right to exist. That's what this is all about. I don't know about you, but I think the world is better with white people in it. I think that's always been the case.
I would have to agree.
And I don't think we should go down without a fight. I'm not ready to acquiesce to diversity. Oh, ho-hum, okay, I guess we live in a country that's like all Asians and Africans and Hispanics and every other kind of person. Oh, well, I guess that's just the way it is.
You golly.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Fuck that.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to go yet. I'm not ready for Europe to go yet. I'm not ready for America to go yet. Not yet.
Not on our watch.
So, as long as
the
I'm
boomers,
alive,
they
I
managed
will
to
never
fuck
be ashamed.
best
I will
thing ever
never
up.
be ashamed. Ever. Never guilty. You cannot faze me with that. You can put a Jew in front of my face wagging his finger about his mom and dad. Fuck you. You're not even American. I got some British Jew in my face, Finkelstein, wagging his finger. He wants us censored. He wants whites to die.
What a joke.
He only cares about Israel. He goes, you should be ashamed of yourself.
He just
you
finished saying that he doesn't know any Jews that throw that in people's face. And then he throws it in everybody's face.
What happened to the self-confidence of white people to say, hey, back up. Back up, Jack. That's why I like Joe Biden. Hey, back up, Jack. Where's the self-confidence? You don't see that with black people. They don't have shame. You don't see that with Muslims.
Yeah, and they
take up space proudly.
They got no problem committing crimes and shit, and they'll be proud while they're doing it. We're proud while we're fucking obeying the law. Or we're ashamed while we're...
These people that come here, and they should be ashamed. These people come here, their kids are running all over the place. They're blabbing on the phone at 6 million decibels. They can't speak the language. You see the behavior of the people that come here. There's no decorum. There's no respect. There's no standards. And they have no shame. They're arrogant. They hold their head up high, all these people. And we hang our heads in shame. It's our country. They don't feel the need to justify themselves, defend themselves. They say, you need to open your gates to us.
Yep.
Boldness. Where's our boldness? Where's our fucking balls?
I hate to say, get the fuck
White
out of here.
people need to grow a pair of fucking balls. And that involves telling women that are constantly henpecking. That means telling all these foreigners and all these other people, fuck off. They go, should you really say that? Well, that's not nice. Well, what about?
It's our fucking country.
So I want to see it. It's time to get ready. It's time to get ready.
We're limited.
No more excuses from the
We're
white
only
man.
limited by our own conscience.
from ourselves.
We could do whatever we want.
We need to be the best. Needs to be a new greatest generation, the fittest, the strongest, the most intelligent, the most clever. You have to become a weapon. This is about white survival. This is about our people. You know, you should feel vulnerable right now because you are. And it's a message for me like it is for all of you. It's time to take it seriously. Because I hear this stuff and it's like, man, they
fucking hate us. They mock. Really they do those videos like saying you lost this and that.
In the U.S. Senate, really? Yeah, 50 million illegal aliens
for their britches,
here, but what
and
we
we're not the minority yet.
Agree on is you're a white supremacist, and you
we
said
should just
this
fucking
on your. It's called
throw their
rage
asses
baiting.
out.
We're rage baiting. We're trolling. Hitler has aura. Well, that's hateful anti-Semitism. You're condemned in the Senate. We have 50 million illegal aliens. We got a criminal population of murderers and rapists here. You can't ride the public transit without getting shot in the face.
They have no right to be here.
But the crisis is that you got edgelords. The crisis is there's one white man that isn't ashamed of himself.
Right, and Chuck Schumer gets up and we got to denounce this guy because he's not ashamed and he's not ready to, crawl into his own grave.
Than anybody. I hate racism, and it's like, no, sorry, wife guy. Even that is not good enough. Even to the extent that you got Tucker, he thinks he's like a swaggering guy and everything, and even he is completely cucked. He goes, I hate racism. I'm not a racist. And that's because I think blacks are the most American out of anybody. No, they're not. No, they're absolutely not. They got their own flag. They got their own national anthem. And it's not to say that they're not American, but the most American are the people that came on the Mayflower, obviously.
When they started capitalizing black,
pandering.
That was to denote that blacks they were a nation within a nation.
Until they were freed. They were considered property. And I'm not saying like that's a good thing, but I think even they would contend that they're alienated from America. What a ridiculous thing to say. And this is supposed to be our WASP, our swaggering WASP nationalist. It's not good enough. No, that's not good enough. That will not do. So I'm just getting really tired of the injustice, really.
It's not like the people like us anymore. They still hate us the same. So fuck them.
This is a great and mighty and a glorious civilization, and it is killing itself. It is being raped to fucking death by people that hate it.
We need to just start making it uncomfortable for those people to live.
They have no love for us. Josh Hammer says we have anti-Semitism in our DNA.
They'll start leaving
should not be
if we make it uncomfortable
You're
enough.
not welcome here. We have anti-Semitism in our DNA. Then what are you doing here? Get the fuck out.
We need to start pushing that. Like, maybe you should go.
Who created this country other than Europeans? And we have anti-Semitism in our DNA.
Maybe they'll shut the fuck up if we start saying that seriously. Like, maybe it's time you do go, motherfucker.
Like, these are the people killing our civilization.
Huh.
And it's wrong. It's just, everyone knows it's just wrong. Everyone sees the way America used to be and what it is now. It is a steaming
people used to go to school with a shotgun above their fucking
it's like I said on Monday. It's these things that are not measurable, not quantifiable, not tangible. It's the type of society that we had. Basic things like trick-or-treating.
My parents, they would let us play outside all
during
evening.
The holidays.
And my mom said to me many times, I would never dare do that today.
These ancient traditions, American and European traditions that bind us to the present and the past. Across the civilization, we're all celebrating Christmas Eve. And it's at a time like this when you realize how sad it is that you go to the tree lighting ceremony and black people are shooting each other, or you get a bunch of people in hijabs with their kids running around, or you get a Jew yelling at everybody on Christmas about anti-Semitism. And you go, we lost. We're losing. We're dying. It doesn't matter if he could still get a job. Yeah, the houses could be $60,000. It wouldn't make a difference. We lost.
Yeah.
You know, people say it's about jobs and housing and whatever. You think it's about the price of an iPhone and a latte? You think it's about the basket of goods? Oh, well, the reason people are angry is because the consumer price index ticked up 2% and the basket of goods is experiencing upward. No, that's not why. It's because like we lost the core. We lost the heart and the executive function. We lost what we are.
That cohesion.
And it's something that everyone else has. Everyone else has it. A
sense of
peoplehood, a sense of belonging, a sense of home. And they write books about it. Oh, you know, my mom was cooking the ethnic food and on the ethnic holiday, and I went back to that neighborhood on Mango Street or whatever the fuck. And in our own country, we don't have it. In our own country, we're alienated. You go to the motherland and you got Africans selling flying saucers, throwing fucking frisbees around. Really? What a joke. So... somebody's just got to stand up proudly.
I think the awareness
turning. I know
turning.
That's not the most popular thing to say, but it's true.
Recently, it started. Like Israel has had a negative immigration.
Else,
people left.
We're not going to lose.
Pierce Morgan got fucking smashed.
We don't want America to turn into what is it actually that they want for this place? Do they want it to be like India?
Yeah.
Do they want this country to just be majority minority? It's every kind of person, and there's no sense of a coherent whole. Clearly, that is what they want. But anyway, we're going to move on. I think we're out of time. We might cut it short. Take a look at our super chats. I don't really want to talk about the marijuana thing. Who even cares?
Seriously.
Just another casualty. We're going to move on. We'll take a look at our super chats. We'll see what you guys have to say. For our last show of the week, let me get set up here. It doesn't look like we have a ton, which I'm actually relieved about. Because I have been talking since 8 o'clock when we did the Spencer thing. All right. All right, here we go. Lock in.
As a dude that spent his teens and 20s being a jester for dating, I received very little attention. At 27, I showed the slightest bit of fuck you attitude in response to women's classic indecisive bullshit, and now I'm married with a kid. Lol. Love you, dude. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. It's so real. And that's like life. That's like life. There's something weird about life where if you want something, it eludes you. Isn't it sort of funny? And
it's when you don't want it.
It's the first rule of any negotiation. You have to be willing to walk away from the table. And that's what all social relations are. It's negotiation. It's all psychology. So everybody says, you know, you treat people like shit and blah, blah, blah. Especially when it comes to women. If you're too desperate, if you want it too badly, look, they know that. Women know that. Women know when a man is desperate. And first of all, that disgusts them. It disgusts them.
They call it
That's first. Second, then they're going to take advantage. They have contempt for it, and they'll take advantage while they have contempt for it until they get bored or
like Pierce Morgan's wife is wearing his ass out.
Any longer. So, I mean, to me, that's like rule number one is you have to be willing to walk away. And it's that kind of psychology. To me, that informs all of my relations. Maybe I'm a sick person, but I've always felt that way. You have to just be indifferent.
That's your leverage.
That gesture stuff, they don't respect you. Nobody.
You don't have leverage without that.
If you're jester, unless you have a really good rapport with somebody, you know. But with just about everybody else.
A German bratwurst, $6 million.
Ditto had sent $100. Congratulations to Nick and the Grow Wipers.
Dude,
to an amazing year we shan't forget.
what was with that
the
fuck shit?
Subscription to AF Plus gives you
like,
access to the
audio balls on here to say what he said. I've never known you to do that. There was history in someone's face and use it as a shield. Here, let me show you a video of a Jew using his history as a shield.
Why is it always a top list? Top 5 rank halves of the year? Well, me obviously. Who else? Who else has been going off? I don't even know.
But
Bradley Martin, he's definitely a wing half. Who else? I don't know. You guys give me some ideas. Aiden Ross, he's a wing half for sure.
Brett Cooper did a video on Clavicular today. Talking shit about him.
Clavicular, oh, definitely Clavicular. Clavicular is probably the number one wing half in the world right now. He's like the definition of wing half, actually. I love it. I love the content. He's like the best new celebrity.
His concept.
It's awesome because he looks like Prince Charming. He's like tall, handsome, and so when you
he
look
sticks
like
it
that,
to him.
the level of Mog, it takes everything to a different level. The gesture maxing, the trolling,
yeah, all the shit that he does hits harder.
Because no one can call you a loser.
Yes.
When you look like that, there's no cope. You can literally do whatever you want. Someone would actually have to kill you. Like, that's the only recourse. And I don't want anyone to get ideas. Like, I'm not saying that in a suggestive way, but I'm saying that's how much of an advantage it is. When you look like that, you can literally do whatever.
No, I'm sure it's total fucking slop, though. That guy looked like a slop version to me. Big fat nose, bald head.
You know, the way that he treats women and everybody, the way that he treats men. And they can say nothing. It's like, what is even the rebuttal? When a guy like that shits on you, it's like, what can you pick on? What can you make fun of? He's tall, handsome, famous, probably rich now. Gets tons of pussy. You just know that. And so if that guy starts shitting on you, literally, what can you say? There's no cope. What are you gonna? If that guy starts shitting on you, what are you gonna say?
I don't know, Nick. What did you say?
So he's just like got this invincibility. It's like playing Grand Theft Auto with the invincibility cheat code. You're at the military base. Tanks are shooting you. Planes are shooting you. Guards are running up, and you're just walking. You're just walking into the bomber. You're jumping in a tank. You don't care. It's like Mario eating a golden mushroom. You're just blasting through everybody. So, not to glaze, not to meat ride, but total wang half energy. A lot of wang halves this year.
It's crazy. You're only looking into Israel and how the Jews are starting to and everything, and you preach about that. But all these people want to focus on free Israel culture, and they call you a fit. Okay? So what do you think you were a Fed? I still stand with you in your message. Salute face emoji.
Well, and that's why, you know, you can get into the weeds on the Fed thing, and you can, and there's no evidence for it. But the bigger picture, okay, even if you found that compelling, what would be the goal of the federal government? To red pill everybody about the Jews?
Right.
I would understand if I was going on the show every day and saying, we need a militia. Like, yeah, that's what a federal agent would do. If I came on the show and said, I'm a Nazi and we need to kill everybody, yeah, that's what a Fed would do. If I got on the show and said, we need to get guns and overthrow the government, but what would be the object of the Feds? To push an extremely nuanced red pill about the Jews? And say, well, I love everybody, and I even love Jews, and they should be protected. But with that being said, they have too much power because of this ideology they have, and they use it to benefit themselves to the detriment of others. Like, what is the federal government's endgame in promoting that? Exactly. Telling young people to go to college and infiltrate the government so that we can be pro-white and critical of Israel. Like,
that's what a danger.
I don't even understand. Like, finish the sentence for me. Finish the theory. So the federal government put me up to do what? Last year they said the federal government put me up to criticize Trump. Well, I was right about Trump. So what else you got? They're pushing the Democrats. He's criticizing Trump, and he doesn't want them. Okay, well, Trump is a train wreck in exactly the way I described.
He is. He looks old as fuck.
So what is exactly?
He's aged like 20 years.
Just how well you're articulate your thoughts. Keep it up, much love.
Good, love it.
Glad to hear it. So simply talking about this /Candace Steele. You have to verify one question with Roe-Ivers. Do you really believe Christian absorbed a 30.0 split? Just a simple yes or no is fine.
Doesn't matter.
First of all, fuck you. You're stupid. Stop watching my show tonight. Like, seriously, unsubscribe and don't watch anymore.
Nice.
Just a yes or no will do. First of all, nobody's saying that his neck absorbed the bullet. What you are saying is that there is a mysterious second shooter that shot him with another gun, and some interagency conspiracy planted the wrong gun. Is that what you believe? They got the wrong gun with a different bullet caliber, and they fucked that up? Whoops.
I think it's more likely that there was something going on with that bullet.
Damn it.
Bad cartridge.
Oh, man, we almost got away with it, but we put the wrong gun in the woods. Our shooter shot him with a handgun, who no one has identified.
Nobody that was doing a psyop like that.
As far as we know, doesn't exist.
That big of a mistake.
Oh, but we planted the wrong gun. What do you think? They fished it out of a barrel? Here's our barrel of fake prop guns for false flags. Just take any one of them. The Goyim won't know. Oh, no. Candace saw that his head.
The Candace investigation.
Is that what you believe, or what happened there? Do you know that Martin Luther King Jr. was shot with a 30-06? Candace Owen said, is there any example in history of a person being shot with a 30-06 and there's no exit wound? Yeah, I'll do one. How about MLK Jr.? MLK Jr. was shot in the face with a 30-06. It left a small entry wound. It traveled down. And where do you think it landed? I think it landed in his collarbone or in his shoulder area.
Bullets are known to bounce off of bones.
Because that is how bullets behave.
They can ricochet all up through your shit.
What type of round it was, depending on the quality of the
bullet,
rifles. What the projectile actually was. Yes, sometimes bullets do these things. When they enter the human body, yes, sometimes they will change their trajectory. Or they will split into different pieces. They do a lot of different things. Different bullets are designed to do different things inside of the human body. Have you ever heard of a Full Metal Jacket? Have you ever heard of a hollow point? Different bullets are designed to do different things upon impact. And people say, so you're saying it absorbed this bullet. And it's like, you don't know anything about the subject. Because if you've done any research, any ballistics expert will tell you that bullets do weird things when they go inside of a human body. You know, and that's just like physics 101.
That's a fact.
It's sort of like if you ask Candace Owens, if you drop, what's heavier, 10 pounds of bricks or 10 pounds of feathers? And she goes, the bricks. It's just physics. You know, you create a mental model in your head of what a bullet is, and you see it going through ground beef, not understanding the physical properties of a bullet impact. And that happens actually more than you would think. So there you go.
Here's your answer, Dick.
Looks like we dropped some frames there for a second, but I think we're back.
Yeah.
Do you think his neck absorbed a bullet?
Absorbed, and he got shot by a bullet.
We don't know, but to say it is impossible,
Yeah.
it is impossible that a bullet would not leave an exit wound. What are your qualifications to say this? It's impossible. So if it's impossible, then there must be a second shooter.
It's
not impossible. And you don't know that, and you don't have expertise. That's the problem. It's just all this like, all I'm saying is it's weird. All I'm saying is it's weird.
You know, there are guys in wars where bullets fucking ricochet off their helmets. I mean, shit happens.
Bugman sent $20. What's the deal with Myron? Hosted model on FNF, and when someone asked about apologizing to you, he said apologize.
It's
Why?
fires.
Ask you this. What happened? He's ignored my super chat side. Notes you don't follow now. The very connection is weird enough. I don't trust that.
I don't want to talk about it. It's between me and him, but
It's got a big-
yeah. So I don't want any drama. I don't hate the guy, but
I could totally understand that because he seems like a psychopath. You just trip that, pushing past that point, and you just go psycho, you know, divorced ex-wife type shit.
not really, actually.
I mean, the dude's smart, and you don't want that kind of intellect turned on you.
I can't do it.
It's been 3 years since I've introduced you. I have been fucking around for most part of the month, making actual dough for my new job. Won't be doing the 100 design target I have nothing to contribute, but we'll be sending money. Much love to you. Yay, you're one of a kind.
Hey, well, thank you for the big super chat. I appreciate it.
$109. Pierce didn't mean to doubt you that, even though he did it again today. And even though my interview is still censored, except the censored gay part. This is probably just lucky for the damn actors the most underpaid wall.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Thank you for the big super chat.
Fuentes with $100. If you look one actually is not a pretty picture. Whether the first, second, or third generation, none of it is a pretty picture. They're never assimilated, whether it's economic, political, or social. They're incompatible. If I drive 15 minutes east side in Enclave, Mexico, I don't care what about the GDP, legal or legal, they don't belong here.
Oh, yeah, that's from my Amron speech. Or no, that's from my social contract speech at the Writers Workshop. Yeah, that was like 8 years ago. Thank you for the big super chat.
Dr. Phil wants to meet. He said you're a nice looking man. He also failed to realize you're over 6 million claims sarcastic. Glenn Greenwald had to wait 8 days on the panel. Rover Greenwald is a wang. Also, Larry Silverstein is a little piece of shit cunt is a top tier super hatter.
Yeah. I like Glenn a lot. He's really kind of competing for favorite Jew. Maybe him and Dave Smith. I don't know, some other people.
Well put.
Glenn is really solid. I really do like him a lot. He's very intelligent.
He seems to be pretty.
He seems to get me. Seems to get me a little bit better than these other people.
Seems to be. Dude, he
but
does
yeah,
his
Dr.
job.
Phil, very disappointing.
For its
I guess
own
he's too
sake.
old.
He said $35. Your popularity is like your money's grandfather's out of a place of love, rather than a place of hatred with the world like yours and other old people are confused about. It's as simple as us wanting our country back.
True.
America first Muslim sent $100. Pierce named white more school shootings, but we said it's bullshit. Whites may have more in raw number being 60% plus of the population. Per capita reality is what matters in school shootings. Blacks dominate, but white cases get 24/7 headlines. So, as usual, do media gets to craft a false narrative online for what school shooters like.
Okay, we're still relitigating that. I think we got all that. Thank you for the big super chat, though.
Fires sent $20. You and I switch up on my day ones. They were holding back. They're just jealous. They express they aimless. Thank you for all that you do. Great job.
You have to switch up on your day ones. Here's my advice. Switch up on your day ones, gaslight them into thinking they were holding you back.
$6. Is that task we about you and your management class and community source like thing through? If so, that's pretty good. I was worried they tried one fairly screwed. It's bullshit that you have to do anything to be honest.
I don't really want to talk about the
Larry
case.
Silverstein is a piece of shit that will sent $20.
Maybe once it's resolved, I'll weigh in.
Larry Silverstein is a piece of shit that will sent $20. Pierce Morgan and his buddies think that we only have a fan base under 30 years of age. Guess what, Pierce? They're 35 years old, living in New York, and the millions of us Americans are tired of not being able to afford a home. Well, not me because I'm a character low for most of us. It's not easy for us. America
Very
first.
true. Very true.
Jordan Bryan sent $20.
A lot of people his age.
I see you growing. 10K followers on Rumble over the last 24 hours.
Let's
That
go.
big guy sent $20. The story you told about that the other night is funny because it's label. Growing up, everything always got laid on that damn game.
Yep. Turn off the fucking game. You remember, dude?
Oh yeah.
It's so traumatizing. You remember when you're a kid and you're like playing a video game and your parents are like, all right, wrap it up. That's what my dad said, wrap it up. It's bedtime. And I say, Dad, like 15 more minutes. All right, 15 more minutes. You go, okay, 15 minutes is up. All right, wrap it up. That was like the most dread-inducing thing ever. That was the worst part about being a kid at bedtime. I can't even imagine. Sometimes I feel wistful and nostalgic about my childhood. Then I realized how much it sucked. You couldn't go anywhere. You had to go to bed at the same time. People telling you what to do. Now I do whatever I want. I play video games. If I don't feel like quitting, I just play all night. I play video games until I don't feel like playing anymore. If I have to be up all night, so be it. Order pizza. I'm hungry. Pizza? Yeah, pizza delivery. Yeah, and mozzarella sticks and a Coke. Today I feel like fried chicken. Bing, bing, bing. I think I'll play Call of War until 7 a.m. And I think I'll order McDonald's when it's over. So I love being an adult. I used to dread it. Now I love it. I'm in my bag. But yeah, when you're a kid, that was the worst thing ever. Wrap it up. that was my dad's line. All right. He'd say, Niccolo, wrap it up. That was his nickname. Niccolo, wrap it up.
That's funny.
I'd be like, bro.
Fucking drag.
Or they try to get you to pause it. You couldn't pause it. I can't pause. It's an online game. I can't pause it. No, I gotta get to a checkpoint. Remember that? You have to get to like a save point. They want you to log off and you're like, you're in it. It's like, I gotta get to the next checkpoint. I gotta get to the save. I can't save the game right now. Remember that? Man, those are the days.
Long time
Kids
ago.
these days will never know what it was like when you had to get to a save point. Now every game has autosave. so you never lose your progress. In those days, you had to manually save that.
Fucking memory cards. Oh my
pre-selected
god. I remember the first
checklists.
PlayStation memory card I had. I think
And
it
if
was
you
1
didn't, you were
megabyte.
fucked. If you didn't save your work on Microsoft Word, you're fucked. Back in my day, you know what multiplayer meant? Split screen, 2 controllers.
Fucking A. 4
You have
controllers.
to
on
go
the
on the
N64.
honor system.
Right.
Hey, don't look at my screen. Don't look at my side of the screen.
Yep.
It's not even possible. Remember, you'd be playing Medal of Honor, you'd be playing Call of Duty or whatever. Hey, no screen cheating. Don't look at my side of the screen.
Right, what the
Remember those
fuck?
days? That was multiplayer. That's what it meant to play multiplayer. Otherwise, it was solo. It was you alone in front of the TV eating your Doritos or whatever. Remember those days?
Yep. Mabel.
Yeah, now they'll never know. These like MMO games are just crazy compared to how it was.
Yeah, they are. Quite a bit different.
Just a little trip down memory lane.
Should take $10. Your pecker laugh impression 10 out of 10. I wonder if he has
Yeah, my brother made mention of that laugh impression today. He was like, bro, it's Tucker impression is fucking
No, I
chef's
didn't.
dish.
What's it
That
about?
sounds chef's dish.
Nick, love the show. I saw older clips recently where you said we should cut off all immigration forever. What if you kept it at a certain rate requiring a minimum of 25% being white Europeans stabilized by the state and culture in America? Could we do this by re-implementing legislation similar to the Immigration Act of 1924? We should do the best. God bless.
Well, what if we made it 100% European? Thank you for the big super chat. Yeah, whatever, man, whatever.
Golden $635. New fun for Marla Rose on me.
Wow. Well, thank you for the huge super chat. Thank you for the massive super chat. I appreciate it. I'm not going to talk about the case. I'm not going to talk about it. You know, I don't want to weigh in on that, but I do appreciate the big super chat. Very funny. Very funny. Very good. Sir.
Right,
Well done.
$16 is on. I don't imagine how proud parents must give you. My son listens to your show every morning. He's in 8th grade and listens to your show. Dude, great work.
That's very touching. That warms my heart. That makes me want to be a nicer person.
The
Thank you
little
very much.
kitties.
That's very wholesome. I got to make the show more PG. I got to make this show better for you guys. Because I feel, you know, that's very wholesome. That's very endearing. That's what it's all about, you know? So I love to hear it. And I really appreciate that. I'm sure my mom will love to hear it. She watches the show every night. But thank you very much. Sounds like you got a good kid. I'll try to watch the swear words. I'll try to keep it PG. I can't help it. I'm Italian. That's how we talk. Have you seen Goodfellas, Casino? It's just how we talk, you know? It's our culture. And I'm a young adult man. I mean, not to make excuses, but it's very hard for me to do that.
Switch sent $100. First time. Long time since Genesis. Want to get flowers now before you're rich enough to not subject yourself to reading super chats. Thanks for the content. Praying for you and your family.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the big super
Last
chat. I
time, $20.
appreciate it.
You can
It's definitely not going to be
music
reading
artists. Like,
forever.
using expressions in songs like Good Citizen or Carmageddon. Sending good intentions your way. Nick.
Shortly.
Thanks again.
Stop.
Oh, that's the name of the song. I was going to say, when have I ever said that? What expression? Who's IMA? Or are you trolling me?
Slow ass show tonight.
You're just trolling me. Let me see. Carmageddon.
Really, I'm just trying to get my stream shit under control. Start doing something
let me
every
see.
day.
Oh, no,
on a
maybe
regular
not.
basis.
Well, which line is mine?
Fuck.
Twitter wars in Gaza, man, it's overwhelming. So it's like a lot of political stuff. I don't see anything that I've ever said here. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. But I appreciate the super chat anyway.
$60. No message. Thank you. Folded hands.
Hey, thanks,
Hey,
guys.
Sean, like, I'm
Check out my black pilled book on Amazon called Father Shadow. It's about a dad and his daughter, the senior in high school, that constantly brings home ethnic men. To make things worse, his wife is never in the mood. A great Christmas gift for parents and grandparents.
That sounds disgusting. That sounds like a sex thing. That sounds like a weird sex thing.
Sounds
We
like
will not be checking that
Mr.
out.
Suds sent 35.
penance for some evil deeds in the
Mr.
last
Suds!
lifetime.
You finished yet? Can I go in now? Me and Mr. Suds high-fiving before we fuck yours more.
The Puerto Rican fucking houseboy, cool boy,
Me
fucking
and
his
Mr.
wife.
Suds, two-man.
That's fucking
Me and Mr. Suds, two-man on Piers Morgan's wife. Me high-fiving him as I go in after him.
Pierce
You
Morgan.
ready? All
What a
right, let's
joke.
go. I'm about to lose my virginity to Piers Morgan's wife after Mr. Suds has a turn.
I
I was a
Mr.
virgin, then I had sex with Piers Morgan's wife.
Booyah.
Correction, I was a virgin, then I had sex with Piers Morgan's wife because she has sex with everybody. She'll have sex with anybody. I was a virgin, but then Piers Morgan's wife got in my DMs and I had sex with her and it was easy.
And
I
she took
easily
care of
had
me.
sex with her because she offered it to me. She offered herself up to me with ease and I took her up on it and we did it. And it wasn't even that good.
Ha.
And now I'm not a virgin anymore. Mr. Suds gave me her number and then I called her and I had sex with her.
Ha.
And Piers Morgan watched it.
In the cuck chair.
Piers Morgan watched it and he was angry the whole time because I'm a Holocaust denier. And now I'm not a virgin. So no, that's a joke. That's a joke. Okay, that's a joke. But no, that's disgusting, and I feel sorry for him. It's actually sad.
Billboard.
It
you
is
said
kinda
$100.
sad.
Last
He's
night you
that
crashed out and said
pathetic
you don't
of
want
a
to perform
man.
for the super chatters anymore. I agree. You're ready for prime time. 10 o'clock every while we're tight. It's time to take your message.
Shut up.
No excuses. This is war. P.S. I like new haircut.
Fuck off. Thank you for the big super chat, but fuck off. You make me. This is the reason I go late every night because of people like you.
John B sent $50. So these fucking idiots will have us believe that Israel is paying / scaring you to cover for the assassination of their number one chill. And I don't know how it's for exposing their takeover of the media, naming names, etc. I'm sorry, I gave these people the credit enough that they were even feds. They're retards.
Yeah, very
true. $2,700. The theme song is flashing like Kanye. Don't try to fight it. It just fits for some reason, bro.
Okay, thank you for the big super chat. Great song, but what are you talking about? My theme song is my theme song from Ye would be. Let's think through the catalog.
Riveting. I don't get the obsession with Ye.
What would it be in the catalog?
Just not a big fan. Not a big fan of rap in general. Colored music.
What would it be?
Not really a fan of colored media in general. TV shows, music, movie, Tyler Perry.
I don't know. I would have to think about that, but I don't know if it's flashing
Emotional
lights necessarily.
slop.
Penis grow I sent $100. Haven't sent 100 in a long time. Spencer is so uncle coded. I love the relationship you guys have now after all you've gone through. Thank you, Nick, for all the collabs this year. Red heart emoji. Merry Christmas. You make me a proud grower for always.
Oh, thank you very much, and thanks for the big super chat. He is, it's funny because we had such a bitter rivalry. We hated each other. And I don't want to relive it all, but we had a vicious feud that went on for years, probably 2 or 3 years, 2018 to 2017 to 2020. And it's funny because it got so ugly, and yet we both just gave it up out of a mutual respect, I think. And what I like about Spencer is because he has ideas. At the end of the day, the people that I like the most are the people that are original, that have ideas, that are authentically themselves. And people like to say about Spencer, well, he's not a Christian. Well, he's a bad guy. He's this, that, or the other. Whatever he is, he's a character. He's got a fucking personality. He's got something to say. I feel like my whole life I am surrounded by people that have nothing to say.
Yep.
No observations, no thoughts, no theories.
They just look at you like
no reactions.
They can't relate. They had no idea.
That's what makes the world a very lonely place for a person like me. Because I'm constantly thinking. The wheels are always turning. It's why I have a lot of problems. It's why I have trouble sleeping. It's why I'm
well into my
anxious.
20s
before it occurred
to me that not everybody is
and
like
it's
that.
so lonely because so few people have fucking anything to say. You talk to most people,
and they'll be like,
and
"You
they
talk
got
too
nothing.
much."
It's a very shallow bag of things they have to say.
Like I've been told that by 90% of the people in my life. It's not that I'm weird; it's that they don't have anything to fucking say.
People talk about that show that they liked. People,
friends,
whatever. Most people live fairly normal
whatever
lives.
slob.
But there's no thoughts. They don't. I feel like I'm always expressing myself. I'm always saying, you know what I think about this? You know what I think about that? You ever notice this? And some people, it's like I've never heard them express an actual thought.
Seriously.
An idea, an observation.
It's all feelings.
Like I said,
everything is a feeling.
Anything that ever made me stop and go, I didn't know that. I never thought of it that way. And so I like to feel people that can do that. I'll always have time for them. I'll always have time, and I'll always respect people that have something to say. That actually care, because it shows that you care. I like people that give a shit enough, they care enough to actually be actively participating in life.
Yeah.
Experiencing
everything's
life,
very
thinking
deliberate,
about life.
Thought out.
And even people that I have had a
lot of people, they don't think that they have no introspection. Some people don't even have inner monologues, apparently.
Correct. Insightful. So, anyway, not to glaze, but I use that as an example because everybody wants to judge me all the time. Oh, you're not a good friend. You're not a good guy. It's like me. I can make peace with people as long as they're generative. I like people that are generative. Some people, they're very transactional. They're very jealous, or they're users or whatever. And that's fine. I'm transactional too. But then let's not act like we're best good friends.
Like Forrest Gump,
My
best
deep
good
friendships.
friends.
The people I admire, the people I really like to spend time with, are the people that are that enrich. They can enrich in a way. Anyway, so I really like Spencer, and I really like our conversations, and I've always found it to be funny. I like funny people. I like you know what really got me. I'm not even joking. What really flipped me on Spencer is when he did that interview with El Reeve, and he goes, he's doing a retrospective about the alt-right, and he goes, I don't like these ugly, stupid freaks, he says. And he's talking about his own supporters.
Jesus.
He's talking about his own fans. And in fairness, they were. Because towards the end, when he was doing his college tour, he recruited some really fucked up people, basically. The quality of people in his henchmen declined over time. He had Identity Europa, and those guys were okay. And then towards the end, it was Matt Heimbach and that crew, and they were really weird people. So that was just true. Okay, they were. But he goes, it should have always just been about Richard Spencer. He says, and I'm like, Dude, go off. So true. And he's right. Talk your shit. It should have been. And it's not to say, like, you should have been narcissist, but you should have had the self-confidence to gatekeep, you know, whatever. We didn't litigate it, but, like, he goes, I don't like these ugly, stupid freaks. It should have always just been about Richard Spencer. And I was like, that's so tough. That shit is so tough. He's so awful. I like that he's dynamic. I like that him and Jared Taylor hate each other. Well, they don't hate each other, but they have like kind of a feud. Because Jared Taylor's like the archetypal conservative. Very conservative demeanor and disposition and very like, you know, slow and steady. And Spencer's like lightning. You know, he's like the man against time. And I like Jared. And I'm maybe more practical than Richard, so maybe I have a little bit of both. But my heart is really with that approach, with this, like, you know, the thunder and lightning. So anyway, just a little.
Income 41
just a
said
little
$25.
biased.
If Candace wasn't gritty, she'd wait to be vindicated after the trial. Also, her message just finished yours. Since she's not partying in case she can't be a gag or Phil. Yo, bro, 978 said $50. What's up, Nick? I hope you're doing well, bro. Sending love for messages. Thanks, fickle dork. I can't stop saying me mummy. It's like a cat dude. Also, rest in peace to the voice actors Sheen for Jim Neutron.
Yeah, how about that?
Parents. They were some niggas going hard as fuck. Praying
That's
just
crazy. They both died on the same week.
Venus Peter sent $35. I'm 11 and been listening to America First for a year. Mom grounded me twice and took my iPad 3X for it, so I used my Leapfrog lol. Love the show. P.S. My whole class is wank. USA.
Get out of here. That's not real.
Brady Stevens sent $20. Ah, yes. Exactly what young people are yearning to hear right now. A lecture from Dr. Phil. What is it, 2012 again?
Yeah, right.
Go Cowboys sent $20. Yo, Nick, how are you, bro? Did you see that you have to do like 75 hours of community service? Sumble. Don't let them slow you down, brother.
Like I said, I'll have something to say about that next
Pineapple 12
month.
sent $20.
That's crazy.
Here's to the crucifixion during the panel discussion you held to recap your interview.
Yeah, that was very telling.
Gary Baker sent $20. Why would you admit to being racist on a mainstream platform? Most normal people understand. Terms of mean irrational hatred of others, which doesn't describe you. You're just getting your enemies ammo for no reason.
Oh, you're right. I've been doing this for 10 years, but let me defer to you. You clearly know what you're talking about. Wait, but people don't like racism. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, man, jeez.
What a
Oh, you're telling me for the first time.
Well, on occasion, it's fun. You're already rich and have your life under control.
No, it isn't. It's for losers.
Roy for Mexicans $25. Bro, I need to have a conversation about what we will do with the Groy pets. One Groy pet has been getting out of hand recently. Nicholas, maybe optimism is a superpower. Big emoji.
I don't follow any of
Roy
that.
sent $25. Big Nick. First time since chatting. Coming from a Jewish family, it's been a different path down the rabbit hole. Considering converting to
Rabbi.
Do it. Love to hear that.
$25. It's very obvious you read a lot of books and very clear that you watch a lot of videos and a lot of research. The bot says knowledge puffs up, and many people who are well-read and educated are really prideful. You're the opposite. It seems the more you study, the more humble you have become.
Well, I think that when it concerns knowledge, you have to have respect enough for the pursuit of knowledge that you never really know everything.
Yeah.
So I think that, you know, there's that old saying, knowledge speaks, wisdom listens. I've always been a big believer in that.
That's
You know,
not
I
about
think I know a lot
knowledge.
of
It
things,
kind
but
of wakes you up to how
I have
stupid you
respect
really are,
enough
how
for the
little
pursuit
you
of
really know.
knowledge to never consider myself to be, you know, all-knowing or know-it-all or whatever. Although it may come across like that, I'm just way smarter than you. I'm not, you know, I don't know everything, but I probably know a lot more than you about these things. So that notwithstanding, I am very humble. You're
Johnny
right.
sent $20. Up. You're not an incel. You're a volume cell.
I am an incel.
Elgin Compositor sent $25. Just found you.
If women knew what I was like, they would hate me. Women hate me. Everybody says, Nick, you're rich, you're handsome, you're famous. What woman wouldn't love you? You're gentle, you're funny. You have a tender moment, you have a good heart. What woman wouldn't love you? But you know what? I'm just not that exciting. I think that
He
I look
thinks
at my
pretty
life and
highly
I'm
of
like,
himself, that's for
this
sure.
is a solo mish. You know, because I wake up, I like watch YouTube, I read all day, then I do a show, then I go to bed. And it's like, I feel like a woman is going to want, oh, we got to like do stuff and buy stuff. And, you know, you got to be doing a handstand and sing the Bikini Bottom national anthem. And like, I don't know, I'm just not a fun guy. I'm not really like a fun, personable person. That's just me. So I don't know. No, I think women would hate me. Because I'm really a guy's guy. I'm not beating the allegation. Because I'm really a guy's guy. Because I'm for men. No, but I'm really a guy's guy. Like, I don't have that. I feel like women these days, they want like, oh, I want a guy that's goofy. They need like a little bit of whimsy. I don't feel like I have any whimsy. I'm not whimsical. I'm not a frivolous, whimsical person. I'm a cerebral, heavily interior aligned, introverted person. And I feel like women are not about that, you know. Women are all about the bullshit. Women are always on drama. They talk too much. They're in your face. Need attention. Need to be doing stuff. And me, I'm just hanging out. I like silence. I'm silent all day. Perfect silence, perfect quietness. I'm very still. You know, I don't do much. And I feel like if I get married, I'm going to get a woman like poking my belly, like, when are you going to